I'm the boss.
It's so sunny out. Can't see the line. Well, there's a huge line. The line is finally moving. Been here for like 40 minutes, but the line is finally moving. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yay! This was a really long walk. Very long walk. That's pretty awesome.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So, what are we doing now?
Just looking at the ponies.
And what are we gonna do?
At 1 p.m.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the pony room.
Well, not the pony room. There is a My Little Pony panel. We gotta find which room it is. Amphitheater. It's up here somewhere. Oh, so we gotta wait over here somewhere. Is this everyone waiting for it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Then we're just
Where's
gonna
the
wait.
line?
I don't know. I think everyone's just up here waiting. Let's wait.
Welcome to our My Little Pony panel. Today I'd like to welcome our guests. We've got the writer of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, the one, the only, Miss Katie Cook. We are also joined by her esteemed colleagues, Mr. Andy Price. And last but not least, you love her to death, I know I do, Miss Sarah Richard.
Hi.
So, with My Little Pony, I think it's safe to say it's become its own living entity. What started out as just something aimed at young girls has become a cultural phenomenon for the better. Now, I think it's safe to say I'm not alone in thinking that. So, with you folks' views on working with the property, what has it been like just to get involved with it to begin with? We'll start with Katie.
Well, for me, you know, I originally, my brother is a big brony, my older brother, and he came to me and he went, "Are you watching the new My Little Pony?" Like in a hushed tone. I was like, "Why, no, I'm not, Lauren. What do you mean?" And he started me on it, and I binge watched all of season 1 and half of season 2, which was where it was to that point. And then I tweeted out, "I really like the new My Little Pony." And I got an email from Bobby Curto that said, "Hey, we're doing the comic, you want to write it?" And that's how easy it is to break into comics.
With that, your background generally, you're an artist, but
Yes.
you're writing the book.
Yeah, it's, I've written a couple of like 8-pagers and then a 20-pager for Fraggle Rock and other properties that I also drew. This is the first project that I have not drawn what I write, and thank God, because I'm really mean to Andy. There's a lot of M.C. Escher staircases, 2-page spreads of the cosmos tearing apart at the seams. A lot of panels.
She wasn't going to torture herself
I'm sorry,
by drawing this
Andy.
stuff.
But no, it's completely different for me, and I think it's given me a new freedom and a new kind of view on comics in general. And I think I'm doing okay.
Guys, is she doing okay?
I think that over the past 2 years, I'm also a comic writer now. Maybe, kind of, sort of, not really. I'm doing okay.
Now, Andy, what's your experience been like working with My Little Pony?
It is phenomenal. It really is. When we started doing this, we had no clue that it was going to take off like this. Neither did IDW, neither did Hasbro. franchise that has been around since 1982 to suddenly do this is phenomenal. And we're being published in Italy, Japan, Spain, Germany, you know, all over the place. We have our own dedicated conventions. We have dedicated forums online. Everywhere you look, there's ponies, 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 and it shows no sign of stopping. So it is incredible.
Sarah, your thoughts on hobby?
It's been awesome. I worked for Hasbro before as a sculptor, and in that I didn't really get to do my own style as much. So being able to do another Hasbro property like My Little Pony, and finally being able to have it kind of more on my terms, and being able to get my style out through that has been awesome. I never really watched My Little Pony too much as a kid, but it's really fun. I get to draw magical horses all day for the covers and stuff. So it's been cool. Everybody's super sweet, and you know, I've had a blast. All the colors are fantastic.
Awesome. Now, it's taken on a life of its own where, again, fan fiction is one of the biggest things connected to it. Its online presence has skyrocketed compared to other marketed properties, whether they be superhero or stuff that was originally aimed at children, and again, just mushroom cloud for the better. How's that been, like, absorbing that?
All the internet stuff?
Yeah.
Always stay away from that.
It's a double-edged sword. I've seen things I can never unsee from Google Images. So parents, oh my God, safe search. Like, please put that on. But on the flip side, I've seen some really funny music videos on YouTube and memes and stuff that crack me up. So
A lot of the memes are really funny. My Little Pony happens to be very, like, captionable. So a lot of people have a lot of really great, like, just JPEGs that they've made with the caption, or I can never remember if it's GIF or GIF. Because I'm an old lady, give me a break.
GIF.
GIF.
It's a movable image.
A movable image.
It's a little movie.
But you know, there's a lot of great little, things like that online. I love all those. People respond to stuff that we post all the time. These great little caption things. It's like, I don't know how to make that.
It is astounding. The online presence is dramatic. How it continues to grow. I mean, every day. Like Sarah said, it is extremely unfortunate that you really have to have your safe search on when you go looking. That is one of the aspects of the fandom
internet.
that I'll just say right out, I cannot stand.
Well, it's every fandom has that.
Yeah, every fandom has it.
Rules
It's
something
just,
or other. The creepiest fan I've ever met was a Doctor Who fan. So let's.
I met
We don't have any doctors in the house, do we?
I met a guy who said he was a Jedi and he was extremely serious.
You know that that's an acceptable religion in some countries.
Not in mine.
I just would have let him just be like, okay, because you don't want to get force choked.
that's right. I have met a family named their baby Anakin, which
There's a boy at my daycare named Joffrey. His parents really didn't think that through.
He's going to have a rough life.
He is gonna have a bad time.
that's like in Lion King when they named Scar Scar. It's like you're just setting them up to be a bad guy.
Do you ever think, like, it's like the parents in My Little Pony. It's like, here's my son, chicken and waffles. Here's my daughter, musical notes. It's like you're destining the picture on their butt just with the name.
What's that movie where they could pick their children? Was it like Gattaca or something?
Yeah, you could, like, go from
My Little Pony's Gattaca.
It's, you can, my mind is blown. So you can basically pick your kid's special talent in My Little Pony, and I really like the idea of chicken and waffles.
Please put that in somewhere.
That is a unique name and unique talent for a herbivore society.
We're just gonna have some problems.
And no friends.
So, with Friendship is Magic right now basically owning a lot of the top 10 lists for comics, what's on deck next?
I know the next issue of Friends Forever comes out in a couple of weeks, August 20th.
I think so.
And that is one of Andy's and mine. It is Rarity and Applejack on a cross-country road trip. And I know I got a little, the Friends Forever usually matches up a lesser-known pony with one of the main cast. And for me, they're like, why did you pick Rarity and Applejack? It's because I've never written a Rarity and Applejack story.
And they're comedy gold.
Yeah, give me let me do what I want. Like, I had a little tantrum. Like, I'm Katie Cook, I do what I want. It doesn't work that often. But then the next big arc from Andy and I is a two-parter called The Good, the Bad, and the Ponies. It's a Western. It stars Applejack. The other main six are in it, but Applejack shines. And it has a new set of villains.
Yes. You can see the originality in this when it's a group of cattle rustlers, and they're all cows.
And the leader is King Longhorn.
His group of ne'er-do-wells include Doc Holstein.
I was really proud of that one.
Angus McSteer.
That one's his fault. Bully the Kid.
Bully the Kid.
And my personal favorite, Jersey Shore. But it's really fun, and you know, it's getting to play around with genres. It's like, I've never written a Western. I'm gonna do this. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. And you know, for me, it's, you know, Andy and I did the Return of Chrysalis arc, the Shining Armor Cadence arc, the Big Mac arc, the Reflections arc, the Rarity Micro, the Luna Micro, and just getting a chance to just explore everyone has been a blast, because I get to hop around from character to character. Yep. And the only one I'm really not touching is Zecora, because she's really hard to write for. It's also rhyme. It's like, that's hard. Comics are 22 pages.
At San Diego, they revealed Sarah's cover for our next arc, and the audience went nuts.
It has a pretty BA Applejack on it.
Yeah.
He's a bamf.
Our editor was so happy with it, he sent me a copy of it, which he normally doesn't do. He's like, look what Sarah did, look what Sarah did.
I was so nervous because it was like a lot darker colors than I've usually used, and I'm like, I hope this comes out okay. And it's been awesome. I'm like really surprised.
The first script for The Good and the Bad and the Ponies came back from Hasbro with no changes.
Nice.
Which is like, wow.
All the planets were aligned.
So they were out that weekend?
They were gone because there is the term meadow muffins in it, which I'm really fond of now. That is when ponies are mad. They go, meadow muffins, and throw their hat down like you do.
So Hasbro's got the final say versus editors at IDW?
Oh yeah, Hasbro always has the final say. It goes to our editor at IDW, Bobby Curnow, who is a magnificent man, very tolerant.
He's not here, it's okay.
Patient, handsome.
Are you that behind on deadline?
List goes on. But after he looks at it, he'll give me some notes if he thinks that I need to tweak some stuff. But other than that, it goes to Hasbro. Hasbro is the one that goes yay or nay. Or gives me some more notes, and that comes back to me, and I change it, and then it goes back. And obviously someone else at Hasbro sees it that next week, so it's more changes. But no, it's usually a very seamless process.
Now, has it gotten